Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kaizen Spotlight, where we have wonderful conversations with Kaizen champions. And this afternoon, joining me all the way from West Africa, Togo, is Dr. Ashi. Dr. Ashi, good afternoon to you and welcome, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Giant.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It's my absolute pleasure to introduce Dr. Ashi. Dr. Ashi is the CEO of CAMEG-TOGO, which is the Togo national, the government-owned procurement agency and distribution agency for medical commodities. She has been in this domain for almost 20 years, 2 decades, and brings a wealth of experience in this domain. As we all know, distribution, procurement, and distribution of medical commodities is extremely important. It is the backbone of the healthcare system in any country. And during current times like the pandemic, this backbone becomes even more important, and all the weaknesses get exposed. I am aware that Dr. Ashi has been very busy, and I really appreciate her time. And the reason why we have her today is she's a true Kaizen champion. And I would like to start off, ma'am, with my first question. At a very personal level, what really attracted you to Kaizen? What really impressed you about Kaizen? Thank you.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the entire Kaizen team for the commitment, and thank all the donors who have made this support possible for CAMEG-TOGO since last year. On a personal level, I expected from Kaizen methods to boost staff motivation on the basis of simple tools, tangible results, and small victories. And I can say that I am more than satisfied. Why? Because Kaizen provides us tools to verify the implementation of activities on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So teams are therefore forced to get more involved in problem solving instead of continue with the boss business attitude. So this method therefore led the pillars to be more responsible, and ultimately this leads users to find a balance between individual goals and business goals. In short, I was wondering how to do better with the little we have in CAMEG-TOGO, and Kaizen is the best response I have encountered so far. So I also expect from the pillar to pull me up myself, to improve my work, reorganize my work environment, eliminate waste, and focus on the strategic vision. This is what I can say.
Fantastic, ma'am. Very, very inspiring. And you mentioned something very important, that it is a systematic approach to problem solving. And I keep mentioning that we can never have a situation in our life, whether it is personal life or professional life, when you have zero problems. Problems are always going to be there. But what we can develop is our ability and our muscles, our capacity to solve the problems, to anticipate problems, to make rapid improvements. So can you give us some examples how the problem solving abilities of your team has improved in the past 1 year after we started working together?
Yeah, it's true about the daily and weekly Kaizen meetings, where they put them together. They put all the team together. It's not something to what we were used to. So people used to work by their side, and now it's allow us to build a team. They talk to each other. They say that they by their side they have the same problems, and they can find together the solution. So the weekly meeting put them together and allow them to see how they can solve the problem by themselves.
Yeah.
And it's not the problem of the boss, because by the past they go and see their boss and say, we have this problem, and they shut up and stay for the solution to come from the boss. So
Yes.
it's really changed this attitude.
Fantastic. This is what we call is upward delegation. You know, everything,
Yes,
boss, what do I do? Boss, what do I do? Boss, what do I do?
exactly, exactly. It changed that.
Yeah, it's and that is a very important change, because when you start pushing problem solving down, then people below take responsibility for problems. They're able to
Exactly,
identify and solve problems. Fantastic, man.
exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
today, when we talk of supply chain and supply chain improvement, I hear that there is I always see that there is a lot of talk and a lot of discussion on artificial intelligence and use of drones and advanced technologies. While I believe it is very important for all these things, but do you think these new technologies and softwares, etc., how does Kaizen connect with this? I mean, can you ignore what you build through Kaizen and jump into these technologies? So how do they collect? You know, is it what's the connection? That's my request for you to reflect on. Thank you.
So I can say that as Kaizen is a culture of continuous improvement,
Yeah.
it's a working basis for any type of business. It can work with any type of business. So artificial intelligence, drones, or other software are only means or techniques whose interest for work efficiency, and it could be analyzed. We can see how to adapt to the needs. And taking this artificial intelligence and rules and other like means certainly help to save time and lives. Money, I don't know, but I know that saving time, it's good means for saving time. But my position is that we work first for the well-being of human beings, of humanity. We are not in a technological competition for the first prize, for the most beautiful invention. So the reality is that in our countries, people are starving with barely 1 meal a day in some areas and without access to electricity. So when you take that, what do you want all this technology to do with them?
Yes.
In face of these basic unmet needs. So for me, I return from Kaizen that this is the method that builds with man, for man, and therefore ultimately builds man is the most important.
Fantastic.
Other thing around are means. This is my position.
Very inspiring, ma'am. Very inspiring thought. So I am a student of Kaizen for 25 years, and I firmly believe that Kaizen is a way of life. It is not just a management tool.
Exactly.
It is very useful for management, for improving the business, for enterprise improvement. But it is a philosophy of identifying, eliminating waste. And the country where I come from, India or Africa, your country, I think we don't have resources to waste. Okay. And unfortunately, whenever you tell anybody, please improve, they will say, give me more space, give me more warehouse, give me trucks, give me. But what are you doing to eliminate waste and improve what you already have? I think that's a very important point. So can you give me some small examples, illustration of how business has improved? You know, how CAMEG-TOGO has seen some improvements. Of course, you said the daily work culture, pushing problem solving downwards, but anything in terms of numbers, has your expiry or distribution, what are the impact on those elements, ma'am?
No, we are working with John from Kaizen on the KPIs, and we just start collecting information about KPIs. So I can come back with answer perhaps in, let's say, in 4 months. When starting 2021, we can see through the information collected how it has solved some problem, or it have improved some indicators. So let's say in 4 months we can talk about that.
So right now what you have built is the foundation where you are doing daily Kaizen, engaging the people. So the foundation is what you've built in the past 1 year.
It's I can say that with the training and through the pillars we have formalized is clear for everyone at the headquarters, because we are working with Kaizen, for instance, at the headquarters, not in the regional agencies. And it's clear for everybody. Everybody is aware of Kaizen. They know that we have a Kaizen methods and that we have weekly meetings, and we also launch officially the KPI table last week.
Oh, okay.
So yes, we launched it officially last week, and we plan, as John is coming, we plan to have a session until next week. So really, it's clear for everybody that the way we work now is have take into the way of work Kaizen methods. So eliminate waste the most of the time. Now, for example, we're working on the procedures, and the way we write the procedures introduce the way to low down the wastage time of people, of resources. Yes.
Make it simple, easy and simple.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. So our chairman, my teacher, Masaki Imai, who's considered one of the fathers of Kaizen, incidentally, we celebrated his 90th birthday on the 1st September. You know, if you ask him, what is the ingredient, the factors for success of Kaizen culture, improvement culture, productivity culture, quality culture in a company, he says there are 3 requirements for this culture. The first is a top management commitment, you know, the commitment of people like you, the CEO. The second requirement is top management commitment. And the third requirement is top management commitment. So he says there are 3 requirements. So, so do you agree? You are the CEO, and how important is the belief and the support of the top management in building culture and making continuous improvement and quality culture successful?
I agree with the master, and I must say that pulling the problem solving down in the organization allowed people to be more responsible. First of all, it builds their confidence, their own confidence. They know that they can have solution, they can find solution by themselves. It's not the boss, and it made them grow their mind. So it's something which make the thing different and allow to build the team. And you can build on this foundation when people have self-confidence and know that they can work together. They are not alone in front of the problem. So, and it's allowed to change the language to input, to put some improvement in the way of work. And now, for now in CAMEG, we are trying to put through the KPIs to adopt the PDCA rule at each level and eliminating wastage. And we are working on the fear of doing. People are a lot afraid when they have to learn by doing. They want everything to be sure before trying to do. So we are through Kaizen, we are trying to show them that you can learn by doing. It's very important to try something. Sometimes it will fail, but you have a lesson on which you can build. So this is this way of working. We're trying to improve with Kaizen methods.
And your role as the boss is to give the support and confidence to people that please try. If something fails, I am there with you. I think that is a confidence you talk.
Absolutely. It's the way it's working now, and I'm pushing a lot of the pillars to do their best to build their self-confidence. I'm trying to tell them that they are the one who leads all the teams. It's not me at my office, but
Yes.
it's them by their attitude and the way they understand Kaizen method, and they do things on the field that make the difference.
Go to Gemba.
Yes.
Go to Gemba.
Yes.
Go to Gemba. Very important.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. I would love to continue this conversation, but our Kaizen Spotlight is a 10, 12 minute format, and people don't have the ability to listen to long conversations
Yes.
nowadays.
Yeah.
I have a very important last question, ma'am. In the world, 70% of the healthcare professionals are ladies, are women like you. It is an amazing number, okay? And you are a very successful CEO. You're a Kaizen champion. You are experiencing the power of culture change, continuous improvement. So what is your message to the women in the healthcare industry, especially from a Kaizen perspective? What is your message to the woman community?
Thank you very much for this question. Women are very sensitive to the pain of others. That's explained their significant, almost systematic presence in the field of health in all countries. For me, it's a sure value on which we can build sustainable as long as she has access to quality education and training. It's very important. So I encourage all women for their daily struggle for the well-being of their families. Is the first source of good health for every human being is the family before, and namely the basic needs met in a healthy environment. So especially for all those who are involved in all areas of traditional or modern health, may the universe give them back 100-fold according to the desire to relieve the suffering of others. Because I know as I'm a woman, you cannot be happy with people suffering around you. It's not possible. Women are not built like that. So keep loving, keep fighting, keep helping those around you. It's never lost. That's what I can say.
And Doctor, I believe that from my the ladies, the women in my life, starting with my mother, my sisters, my wife, I see that the woman has a natural instinct to identify waste. They have this ability to stretch every dollar because they are doing it in the house. They stretch every dollar, and eliminate waste and think of innovative ways to stretch the dollar. I think so. Kaizen is natural for the lady.
Exactly. Even about the environments where we used to live, we try to save the environment. We do more ecology. We are more, yes. So I want to say it's normal, but it's a gift of God.
Absolutely. And you said a very important point, ma'am. I keep mentioning that Kaizen, of course, when you go to Gemba and you eliminate Muda, Mura, and Muri, when you eliminate waste, of course, your process becomes better, your supply chain becomes better, your stock rotation improves, fine. But it is also very important for the environment, ecology, because when you eliminate waste, you are using your resources better. And it's very important for the environment. So that's a very correct point that you mentioned. So
and I also want to add that it's very important I think in every environment, but it doesn't help to see that we can do better with less. It's possible.
Better with less. So on that note, a very inspiring thought, better with less, better with less. I think that is the slogan. Thank you very much for your time, for your insights. And I'm so grateful for your contribution as a Kaizen champion in Togo. And I don't think without your championship, you being at the steering wheel, Kaizen Institute, along with our grantee, we would have made so much progress. Thank you, ma'am, for your time, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Merci.